Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. 180! 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Come on, dude! Patch it.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Touchdown, 49ers! Tevin Coleman, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. But they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. The first carry now. This is Johnson. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 4. Mike, sweetheart.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Watch that!
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And the 49ers first down. Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Come on, let's go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Rosen hands off to Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rosen to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? On the toss, here's Johnson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And some room to work. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? 21-0 our score after 1. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
21. Here we go. Hey, Mike 40.
Garoppolo now. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Right there, 54 Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Rosen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Right there.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. On the carry, it's Bud, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by D.J. Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 43.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Like 20. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down. 21. Check back 40.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. D. Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards.
1st down, San Francisco.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. Black 80. Yo. 21. Here we go. Back. Kill.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Middle.
From the 31, Rosen. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Rosen now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Play action here with Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Alert! What do you got?
On 3rd down, Rosen. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Y'all not ready. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
49er first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, watch this.
They will run again with Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Switch. Kill. Switch it. 13.
Once again, it's Barber. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. On 3rd down, here comes Barber. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He'll return it from the 6. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell that offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
180. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Monday. All day.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Alert.
Now Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Jam, 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 jam. 65, 65. Wide, get wide.
Here's Barber. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Rosen now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. He completes it to Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and a couple. Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game game, certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. The carry for Barber. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And now it's Rosen looking. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Got him in. It's Brown. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. What do you got? Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. James has it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
180. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, punt.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point right down the middle. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll run on first down. It's Barber. The 30. 10. 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw is Rosen. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second and 6, just inside the 30. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Rosen. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pick out there. They go play action here on first down. Now in desperation. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Laquan Treadwell. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go. 180!
Garoppolo looking to throw. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the Lions' 26-yard line.
Here we go. 180! He's coming. Here we go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.